Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Blazed Inferno. If you're new to the show, hello, and thanks for coming by. And if you're a returning listener, as always, welcome back. We got a good one here today, a very personal episode today, as I'm the only one here. So, well, besides for you, so it's just me, you, your car ride to work, wherever you going, you know what I mean? We in this together today, and we are recording this episode Saturday, October 2nd at 3 a.m. in the morning because I like to get shit done. I just got off a stream a couple hours ago. If you watched, thank you for coming out. If you watch any of my streams, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It helps this channel grow. Helps wherever, just everything that we do grow. And again, I always appreciate it. Even if you can't make it out to every single episode that we drop, the fact that you make it out to one or two definitely means a lot to me, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much. But let's move on to it. You know, I got to drop my links and stuff for you. We got an update on one of those links too, or two of them if you really want to count it. All right, so I've secured Blazed X Inferno as my Twitter name. Finally, I got into my old Twitter, and I just was like, I'm going to make this old Twitter my backup, and the one that I've been using for the longest is just the main. So you can follow me at Twitter at Blazed X Inferno. Finally, you can follow me on Instagram at Blazed X Inferno, and you can subscribe to me on YouTube at Blazed X Inferno. And you can follow or subscribe, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Not saying you have to do anything. Over at twitch.tv/BlazedXinferno. You already know what it is. We over there, we building. We doing good things over there. Excuse my voice for this episode too. But I've been trying to put this episode off like all week. It kind of let my voice heal up. You know, just a lot of screaming at the video game and stuff like that. Just kind of did this to my voice. Having to scream over masks constantly. So my voice is kind of fucked up. I do apologize for that. But as always, we're going to continue on with the show, you know what I mean? But I got one major announcement to you guys. I was supposed to make this announcement on Twitter. I probably will in the morning. But we finally have a Discord. That's right. We finally have a Discord. The Infernal Discord is now a thing. It's a real live thing. And we're going public with it. For maybe the past 2 weeks while I kind of got the categories together and got the roles together, moderation and shit like that together. It's just been me and a couple friends and a couple streamers that I know. But now we're opening up to public. You know what I mean? We're opening up to all of you wild motherfuckers out there that kind of want to come in there and troll or do whatever the fuck you want to do. We got measures for that shit, so don't even fucking try it if you want to come in there and be some bullshit. But this Discord is going to be the center of like everything that not only I do, but some of the streamers you know I work with or you've seen me on stream with or whatever, seeing in my chat. You already know who they are. I'm going to shout them out in a minute, but we're going to continue on with this. We created a Discord. We call it the Infernal Discord. And what it is what we're trying, our mission, our goal over there is to kind of create a community of gamers, movie lovers, streamers, YouTubers, content creators alike, nerds, geeks. You know what I mean? You name it. We're just trying to create a community of people who can come together and kind of just, you know, vibe. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's just, I mean, I know there's 1,000 different Discords out there that kind of have the same mission, same goal as we do. But our goal is more to just kind of connect all of those people to just one central place. And then, you know, what you do after that is totally up to you guys. So let's say you meet, you know, you come in my group or you come in the Discord looking for, you know, people to play Destiny with. You're looking for a raid team or some shit like that. You end up making, you know, friends with 3 or 4 people in there, and then you guys go and make your own thing. That's cool. You know what I mean? My goal is just to connect like-minded people together, bring them together into one place, and then get those creative, juices flowing, get everything going. I've met a lot of good people through the Discord already. They've put me on a lot of good ideas, like this podcast, this particular episode. So join the Infernal Discord. All the links that I said, my Twitter, my Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and the Discord will be in the description box of the video version of the podcast. And that brings me back to, what I always got to say. We on every major platform now, man. So, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Anchor FM, you name it. We on all that shit. Just Google or just type up the Infernal Gaming Podcast, and we should pop up. You can catch up on, episodes, even though you're a new listener or something like that. We on everything. We on everything. But, I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I'm kind of trying to make it short but long at the same time. So we're going to get into it. You're going to see me take some pauses to take a sip of tea because, like I said, my voice fucked up. I'm trying to drink the tea to help my voice. So let me get a sip of this before we get into the news that we got for the week. Well, before we do that, we got to talk about what I've been playing lately. To be honest, if you watch me on Twitch, you know what I've been playing, because the only time I really play games is on Twitch now. So I've been playing Fire Emblem, as you guys know. Got into Apex again. Shout out to the boys. We're going to get to that. Relax. Y'all going to hear your name in a minute. And I'm still playing Deathloop. I told you guys I think I'm going to be doing reviews. I don't know if I put that on the last podcast or not, but I'm definitely thinking about doing a review of Deathloop because it is definitely one of the more interesting, I think more slept on games of this year. I feel like a lot of people have been more focused on Halo, Battlefield, a bunch of other games, more focused on that than they've been on this game. And for it to get the reviews that it got, like, it kind of shows that it is a really good game. I really enjoy it. I actually had to go single player because I was getting tired of getting invaded by, player control Julianas, and they just completely destroy my loop through, if you want to call it that. But so far, I'm so good. I'm getting through. I got all the abilities, so now it's just kind of, figuring out the rest, and I'm having a really good time doing that. But that's really what I've been playing. Next week, Metroid Dread comes out. Oh, of course, I've been playing Castlevania on the Switch. When I'm offline, I've been playing a lot of Castlevania. Castlevania, the Advanced Collection came out for the Switch, and I've been playing that. I've been playing a lot of Aria of Sorrow. I'm a big Castlevania fan. Primarily like the 2D, like Nintendo Castlevania games, so like the Nintendo DS games like Portrait of Ruin, Dawn of Sorrow, and then that last one that came out with the girl that uses like the runes and the tomes and shit. But yeah, big fan of those games. I've been playing that. Like I said, Metroid Dread comes out next week. I'm probably gonna end up streaming that game. Because why not? I'm gonna be playing it, might as well just stream it. So I might do that. Who knows? I'm gonna give it a chance. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's it for me over there, man. Like, I've just been kind of doing that and playing this. You know what I mean? But let's get into the news. You know what I mean? We got the first update. Pokemon Unite gets a Space Battle Pass. You get squads, you get skins and more. They buffed a whole bunch of people. Well, they nerfed damn near everybody, and they just added a new Pokemon this week. Mammoth Swan, I believe its name is. But I've been getting into Pokemon Unite a lot lately. I gotta drop the news on that because I am a big fan of Pokemon Unite. And if you follow me on twitch.tv/BlazeXinferno, you already know that because I stream it a lot. Not a lot, but I stream it enough to where you should know the name. I didn't buy the Battle Pass only because, and it's crazy because we were talking about Battle Passes a lot on the last episode, but I got too many fucking Battle Passes, dog. Like, right now it's double XP weekend on duty, so I'm grinding out that Battle Pass. I'm actually trying to get that as closest to 100 as possible. If not 100, I'm trying to finish that Battle Pass because Tier 100 is pretty lit on that Battle Pass, so I think I really want to get to it just for that sole purpose. So, excuse me. I didn't buy the Battle Pass, but there's a lot of content there. It's, clothes for your trainer, some hollowware for your Pokemon. If you never heard of Pokemon Unite, come check out one of my streams one time. Shameless plug. Or just give it a Google search. It's a MOBA game, 5v5. It's really fun, really enjoyable. I like it a lot. And yeah, it's free to play. Can't beat that. And I have only spent like $5. And the only reason I spent money is because I fucked my name up and I wanted to change my name. That's literally it. And it was like $1 to change my name, but I ended up buying like $5 worth of gems because I was just like, I might need this later on. But you can lock all Pokemon through gameplay. Every Pokemon that I've unlocked so far is through gameplay. I have not spent a single dollar on Pokemon. So if you don't fuck your name up, I mean, it's a real free-to-play game. In the beginning, it was it was a little bit of pay to win to it because some items were locked behind like paywalls and shit like that. And I think they fixed that. I remember seeing an article of them saying they fixed it, but I don't have that article on me, and I ain't gonna look it up. This is more just to let you guys know that, hey, there's another Battle Pass out there, and there's another game out there because I want to put you guys on Pokemon Unite. Like my boy Prosperous 525, shout out to him. Put me on it. Let's get to the next article. You know what I mean? So Nintendo had a direct was it last week? It was this week. I don't know when the fuck it was, but look, man, Nintendo is finally doing the things that we asked them to do. We're getting an N64 emulator on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I call them an emulator because that's what they are. They're just fucking emulators behind a paywall, basically. So if you have Nintendo's online service, you'll be able to download these two applications that they have. One is a NES emulator and one is a Super Nintendo emulator. And they're coming out with an N64 and Sega Genesis emulator, I believe, this month. I think they said it was next month, and that was September, so I'm thinking October. And they got Ocarina of Time on there, so we're finally getting Ocarina of Time on Switch. I'm super excited for that because I am not gonna lie, I want to stream a Zelda game like really bad, and I've been thinking it in my head like, damn, maybe I should stream Breath of the Wild, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna stream that. I'd rather stream like a game that I've never beat. To be honest, I got to the end of Ocarina of Time as a child and I just couldn't beat it, and I just never beat that game. So I'm excited that it's getting emulated, so now I can fucking play it on the go. I can play it on my Switch, and that's gonna be fucking lit, and I can't wait. There's a whole list of games. Let me open the article up for y'all. All right, so we're getting Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Yoshi Story, Zelda Ocarina of Time, a game called Win Back. I've never heard of that. Win Back Covert Operations. I've never heard of that. Mario fucking Tennis and Dr. Mario 64. That list, and then we're getting another game. I can't pronounce it. It's got a link on the cover. I don't know what the fuck it is. They have the title of it though. Yeah. I don't know. I will be getting Majora's Mask in the future though. We'll be getting F-Zero X in the future, which is awesome. Mario Golf, Pokemon Snap, Kirby 64, Paper Mario, and Banjo-Kazooie. Bro, Nintendo pulling up with a dub once again. With a dub once again. You know what I mean? But I don't know what that last game is. I don't know what the Sega games are. This was a bad article to pull up, to be honest. Yeah, they didn't say any of those games, but we got the N64 games. And to be honest, I already have Super Mario 64 on my Switch, as I have the Mario All-Stars. But Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Mario Tennis, and Zelda Ocarina of Time. Look, man, if you have not bought a Nintendo subscription yet, I mean, it's like $17 or like $20 for a year, man. And you just get all those games. They're gonna add more because they constantly keep adding to the SNES and NES catalog. So that'll be interesting. I can't wait for that because, again, I think I'm going to be streaming both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask when they both come out, respectively. Also, I gotta put this on wax because I know some of y'all might kill me if I don't. Bayonetta 3 got announced. It finally got announced. I've never played any of the Bayonetta games, but I actually promised somebody the next time 1 and 2 go on sale on the Switch, I'm going to cop them and I'm going to stream them for you guys because I actually want to try the game out. So, we'll see. We'll fucking see because I want to play both those games and I want to play them for you. So, Bayonetta 3, look out for that. Super excited for that. I didn't really have that many articles this week. I ain't going to hold you because, again, like I said, I wanted this to be a shorter episode. I didn't want to go too long this week, especially when, spoiler alert, I'm going to be giving y'all some extra content this week, but stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube for that. You know what I mean? But my last article is a surprising article, actually. We're getting a Season 6 to Call of Duty Cold War and Warzone, which surprises me because we're literally like less than 30 days away from Call of Duty Vanguard, which just, like I said, surprises me all around. But we're getting a Season 6, and on a little poster, they show off a lot. So they show off 3 new maps. 2 of them are 6v6. One of them is a 2v2, 3v3 map. We're getting a new Zombies Forsaken chapter. New support weapons. We're getting a hand cannon and a ARCXD. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't really play zombies like that. Warzone is getting some changes. They blew up certain parts of the map. They're adding World War II bunkers. They're giving us the original gulag, so we're going back to the original default Warzone gulag from Season 2 way back. New operators, we're getting Fuse and Mason. And then we're getting a couple guns, it looks like. So we're getting the LAPA, which looks like a submachine gun, shotgun thing. I don't know. We're getting a hammer and sickle. So all of you communists out there can do your commie thing. We're getting the 410 Ironhide, which is a lever action repeater. It's probably going to be a marksman rifle, which is good because They didn't really add too many. They gave us like a new assault rifle like every season, but we didn't get any new tactical rifles or marksman rifles, whatever they call them in Cold War. So that's pretty cool. And then we're getting a Grav, which is probably an assault rifle. It looks like a AK-12. And of course, they got new bundles and shit coming out. More ways for you to spend your money. And then a seasonal event. The Haunting is coming back, baby. So I got a reason to hop back on Warzone, because that was one of my favorite parts about Warzone was the zombies on the map and shit like that. And when you die, you become a zombie. It's fucking awesome. I'm going to be playing that. Definitely be streaming that. Follow me over at twitch.tv/BlazeDexInferno. Let me take a sip of this. Definitely excited for that. Definitely excited for that. And of course, when you guys listen to this podcast, it'll be, what, the 4th? What is that? Yeah, it'll be the 4th when you guys listen to this. So you'll be a day away from claiming your free PlayStation games. So let me let you guys know what your free PlayStation games are for October. All right, ready? We are getting Mortal Kombat X, Golf 2K12, and Hell Let Loose. I have no idea what Hell Let Loose is. It's a PS5 title. It's a World War II multiplayer game featuring 50v50 matches that combine shooting elements with RTS-inspired meta. Oh, that's pretty cool. There are 14 soldier classes to choose from, a variety of weapons and vehicles and equipment to use on the battlefield. So, okay. I might actually have to try that. Let's look up your Xbox free games, because that list was pretty mid, I ain't gonna lie. They could have gave us some spooky games, but they didn't. Let's see what Xbox is giving us. Games with gold, we're getting... Woo! So we're getting a game called Aero. Aero, I don't know how to pronounce it. AAERO. From October 1st to 31st. Game called Hover. From October 16th to the 15th. Castlevania Harmony of Despair. From October 1st to the 15th, which is awesome. And then yes, shout out to motherfucking Xbox for understanding the assignment. All right, it's October. Let's get some fucking spooky games up here. Resident Evil Code Veronica X, available from the 16th to the 31st. So make sure you cop those games up, especially Code Veronica. That is a classic. I remember playing that on the Dreamcast back in the day. Or was it PS1? I think I was playing on PS1. I know it was on the Dreamcast, but maybe I did play it on Dreamcast. But who knows? Cop those up. That's pretty lit. Very nice list. Shout out to Xbox for understanding the assignment, knowing what the fuck to do. All right. So with all that, we got all that out the way. Now it's time for us to talk about the main topic. I probably chose the wrong time to do this podcast. I ain't gonna hold you 3 in the morning. My brain is there, but not there. But shout out to my boy, Dbarbrock. You probably see him in my Twitch chat. If you're over there at twitch.tv/BlazeDexInferno, you would already know my boy Brock. He's the one that gave me the idea and the inspo for this episode. If you've seen the title, you pretty much get it. You pretty much understand what we doing over here. Oh, I got one last thing. Shit, I'm jumping all over the place. I apologize, y'all. I'm jumping all over the place. Before I get into that, I want to talk about one thing. It totally blew my mind. Now, we'll save it. We'll save it. All right? We're going to get into the main topic. Shout out to my boy, Dbarbrock. That's my guy, man. He's always in my Twitch chat. He's a content creator. I'm going to link his and multiple other people's links and stuff down in the description box of the video version. So head over to BlazeX Inferno on YouTube and check out those links, man, because I'm about to put y'all on a lot of good streamers, a lot of good content creators. I'm about to put you guys on a lot of shit on this episode, because this episode, we talking about your boy. That's why there's nobody else here but your boy and you in your drive to work or wherever you're listening to, whatever you're doing when you're listening to this podcast, fold laundry, whatever the case may be. We're going to get the fuck into it, man. Oh, my God. But before we do, I just remembered. No, we're good. We're good. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, it's 3 in the morning. I'm recording this shit. So my boy Brock asked me a series of fucking questions when I was streaming one day, and I really couldn't answer them too well because I was kind of into the game, kind of focusing. But he gave me kind of a good idea for a podcast, because I tried to do it on the pilot episode of this podcast, but the problem with the pilot was it's literally my first time being on a podcast and my first time recording a podcast. So on episode 1, I was kind of trying to structure the podcast in a way, like the way we do it now, like talk about, the games that we're currently playing, jump into some news articles, and talk about the main articles. I was trying to figure out the rhythm. Now, since we got the rhythm, you could say this is episode 1, part 2, whatever you want to call it, pilot 2, whatever. But my boy Brock asked me a series of questions about me. So this episode is going to be a little personal, like I said in the beginning, because you're going to get to learn a little bit about me and why I do this. Why I do this shit, man. All right? So I wrote down 3 questions, and we're going to get into them pretty thoroughly. Because like I said, it's just right now. It's literally just me, this mic. I got some visuals on the TV just to kind of keep my mind going. But we're going to get into this shit, man. We're going to really get into this. So the first question my boy Brock asked me, shout out to my boy Brock. Make sure you check his links down below, man. I'm going to keep telling y'all. I'm going to keep letting y'all know, man. All right? The first question he asked me was, what made me get serious about content creation? So we're going to take y'all back, all right? We're going to take y'all way back to a year called 2010, all right? It was the summer of 2010. I was going into the 12th grade, finishing up high school. And at that time, that whole summer, all I did was stay in the house and play fucking video games. I was playing Halo 3 like fucking crazy. I was playing Modern Warfare 2 like fucking crazy that whole summer with the boys. I mean, we having a good time, we chilling, we just doing the damn thing, right? So I give them this crazy ass idea, like we should start a, like a little YouTube or, do something like that. But then I got to thinking even deeper than that. I'm like, damn, what if we make like an esports team? You know what I mean? Like, what if we make a competitive esports team, right? And we go to like locals, or we do like game battles. There's a site called Game Battles that we used to compete on. We were asked, don't even try to look us up. You'll never even find my old name. Excuse me. But I was like, damn, we should start a clan, like a real esports team. My boy was like, yeah, we should do it. So me, this guy named Old Boss, and my boy Philly Methods. Shout out to Philly Methods, because you already know. We sat in my boy Methods' basement, and we sat down there and we talked for hours about, the idea of us creating a sports team and who we would quote unquote draft in and shit like that. And we came up with a name, and it took us hours to come up with a name. And we finally came through it. It was called Rising Legends. now Rambo's name is starting to make some sense. But we probably said this a multitude of times on the podcast. You already know we used to have a clan or an esports team back in the day called Rising Legends. And recruited a bunch of people. At first, it was only a 5-man stack. Because back then in the competitive scene, it was like 5v5, 6v6. But like real shit, like game battles back in the day used to be like 4v4s, 5v5s. So it's like we had like a 7-man roster at one point, but like 3 people were just benched all the time. So we had we had me, Rising Inferno, which you should know if you see me stream on Twitch. My Xbox name is still Rising Inferno because I came from 360 era and then I left them and went to PlayStation and shit like that and never looked back like that. But it was me, Rising Inferno. Philly Methods was Rising Anarch. My boy Old Boss was Rising Occasion. Then we had E.17, his name used to be. Shout out to E.17. His name used to be Rising Igneal. Then we had Rising Orion. Shout out to Rising Orion. You may have seen her in my stream a couple times. Shout out to her. And then Rising Orion. They had the same name, but just one was a 0, one was a O. I thought it was dumb cool. Then we had my boy Chris. Shout out to my boy Chris. Love you, bro. That's one of my bros. Love him to death. Rising Enforcer. That's the guy right there. And then we had fucking Rambo, which his name at one point was fucking Rising Asian. His name was fucking Rising Asian. Rising Asian. All right? That was our team at the time. And then from there on, we kind of recruited a couple other people. We kind of expanded. We made like a PC division. At first, we were just Modern Warfare 2 and Halo. And then when Black Ops came out, we started playing Black Ops. When Reach came out, we started playing Reach. Then we kind of expanded into other games, yada, 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 yada. Long story short, that shit never went any fucking where like that because once I graduated high school, it was kind of like, you know, the real world set in and it was just, I was partying too hard, going to college parties and shit. So we just kind of fell apart. And we just kind of stopped doing our thing. And from that point on, it just kind of, that was like my first little taste in the content creation. Why I say that is because there's very early YouTube videos of me. And I can even go further back than that, but I want that shit to stay buried forever because honest to God, I don't want y'all to know. Because if y'all get to doing your Googles, you might find some shit on the internet, some older content that I used to do. Because I used to do content creation back in like 2007, but I'm just trying to let that shit go because that shit was trash. That was just me trying to do something. I was like a YouTuber, small YouTuber, but it was pretty lit. Those times were pretty cool. That was back with the old format of YouTube. You could change your background and shit. That shit was lit, man. Good times, good times, good times. But since that clan, I always knew I wanted to get into the gamer space in some way, shape, or form, content creator wise. And we, like I said, we're rising. We used to put out like YouTube videos to promote the clan. We used to do like 1v1 videos, put them up on YouTube. They were shit. I think like 2 of them are still on my Blaze Inferno channel if you really want to check them out. But it was literally like me just recording my fucking TV, you know what I mean, with my fucking iPod Touch 3rd gen or 4th gen, whatever one it was. And then I got a couple like, damn, I'm gonna look it up real quick because that's low-key lit. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's go to my videos. YouTube Studio, my videos. We're gonna go all the way the fuck down. Gonna filter to visibility, public. Alright. I got a lot of shit that's just not on there from the PlayStation, stuff like that. So let's filter all that shit out and let's go all the way back to the first video. So Yeah, they were called Rising Infernal Commentaries. I mean, look them up if you want. I mean, they old as dirt. You know what I mean? A couple of them commentaries, I'm kind of proud. They got like, one of them's got like 85 views. Shit, one of them's got 228. Okay, Derek. Okay. But yeah, I was doing content creation even way back then. That's just kind of show you guys, you know, what I was doing at the time. And I always knew I wanted to get better at it and I wanted to do different things, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do, because if you peep some of my older videos, I'm just not that good at editing. I'm not that good at editing, and I think sometimes I don't have the patience for it. So I try not to do anything that's like video related and editing heavy. So you know, I was just kind of at the drawing board for years, and then my boy EP.17, shout out to him. He started Couch Combat. This had to be like, I want to say like 2014. This had to be like Destiny days. Maybe it was 2015. It had to be like Destiny days or something like that. He started Couch Combat, and Couch Combat was basically comprised of like a bunch of us. It was like my boy Runia, myself, my boy Shad, who I didn't know what his name was back then, my boy Quill, and a couple of other of us. And it's supposed to be a bunch of us, and we're supposed to have our own content and help, you know, E-Night create content for Couch Combat. So we always used to play Siege together, because it used to be a Siege-based channel. And then I tried to do my own series. Those videos are still up on YouTube if you want to check them out. They're called Comeback Season, which was basically us coming back from basically being like 2-0 on Siege and coming all the way back and shit like that. So it's like, I mean, it was pretty cool content there. I mean, like I said, it was shitty, I guess shitty editing. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But, and I think it was like maybe around that time I decided, and I turned to E-Night and I turned to Rooney, and I was like, yo, I want to create a podcast. So what we did was a couple times was we did a couple mock podcasts on PlayStation Party, and we tried to record the PlayStation Party and break that into an audio file, but it wasn't that interesting. It was just kind of us going back and forth, talking over each other. The same shit we do now, just kind of unstructured. And to be honest, I was still living at my mom's at the time, so I was like, oh shit, like I don't know, this might not be the place or the time to do this shit. So I just didn't do it, and I fell off of content creation entirely, because I spent 2017, 2018 just kind of building myself up to be the man I am today. And I just always put that shit in the back of my head, like, you know, one day I'm gonna, you know, create a podcast. And then eventually, maybe like 2017, 2018, I decided, I was like, yo, I'm gonna start streaming. And I streamed on YouTube for a little bit, and I did that, and it was cool and whatnot. But again, I just knew it wasn't the time. And then, what was it, May 7th this year, the day Resident Evil 8 came out. That's when I made my Twitch debut. And then maybe a couple weeks later, that's when we made this podcast. And then we just kind of took off from there. I may have totally went away from the question, is what made me get serious about content creation. But that's my fucking story, all right? It's my story. But what made me get serious about content creation is that now you got the background, and I can even go deeper than that and just give you a little bit more of a background. I've been a gamer since I was probably like 4 years old. And I have ADHD, so I have an addictive personality. So anything that I fucking like, I love, and like really, 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 really love, to the point where it's like, it can be a problem. Gaming is sometimes a problem for me, because I spend a lot of money on this shit. And it's because I love it, man. I fucking love it, dog. And why did I get into content creation? Because I love gaming, and I love you know, interaction. Like, I'm a very introverted, extroverted person, so I love to be indoors as much as I like to be outdoors, and gaming is an extension of both of that, because I can get in the game and still play with my friends that are at their house, you know, in fucking Texas or, you know, Canada or France, wherever they're at, you know. So I love what gaming does, how it connects us. And like I said with the Discord, like, content creating, this podcast, my Twitch stream, is all just an extension of myself to you guys. You know what I mean? And I just really love what I do. I love waking up, you know, getting my shit set up for my streams. I love doing it. I love recording this podcast. I love the feedback. I love everything that comes from this. Just the people that I meet. I meet a lot of dope fucking people as a content creator. And like I said, a content creator gave me the idea for the main topic of this podcast. You know what I mean? Again, shout out to Brock. His YouTube link will be in the description of this video. You know what I mean? But I met a lot of dope people. This is the time for me to shout them out. I know y'all coming. Shout out to my boy Mayabuki, man. He just hit affiliate not too long ago. Shout out to him. Dope streamer. I've been playing with him. My boy Hua009. Make sure you check him out. Super dope. We all go back from high school too, so it's not like we're just new to each other. You know, we have mutual friends and stuff like that. We know each other from high school. But shout out my boy Kale Universe. Shout out to him. Real dope dude. What I like about him is he kind of streams what he wants to stream, and I really appreciate that, because I feel like with this Twitch shit, everybody's trying to chase the meta, i.e. fucking Apex and Warzone, and that's just not it. Like, sometimes people just want to like vibe with you and play what you play. That's why I love, you know, when people come to my Fire Emblem stream, because I really fucking love playing that game. And I love that people, when they pull up, they're interested in the game. They want to talk about the game. They like it. So shout out to Kale for doing what he does. And I can't go any further without shouting out my boy Prosperous525. Once again, the Don, that's the boy. I'm going to link his shit down below as well. I'm linking all of these people's information down below. Make sure you click on each and single one of them. Check them out. It's all free content. You don't have to pay a fucking dime for it. So you might as well do it. You know what I mean? You might as well do it. Trying to think of other people I can shout the fuck out, man. I know it's just I interact with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis, so it's hard to just kind of remember everybody. Of course, you know E-Night. Shout out my boy Sharp Aim. He's a streamer. I'm gonna link his shit down below. Shout out my boy Razorwind. I knew I was gonna forget some names if I didn't look at my Discord, but shout out to my boy Razorwind. Dope dude. He's a VTuber. He had me interested in it at one point, but I kind of just decided not to. But he's real dope. Me and him go way back. I used to live right across the street from him, so that's my boy. Make sure you check him out as well. And shout out my boy Mr. Gundar. You might remember him from the early days of the podcast. Make sure you follow him on Twitch, because we try and get him affiliated. And I can't go any further without shouting out Fat Brat Phoebe. She just hit affiliate yesterday, so shout out to her and everything she do. She's dope. Check her out. She plays Persona and shit. We trying to get her to play other games, but she's super dope. Super dope. And my last shout out, damn, it's right in my head. My last shout out is Poppy Chulo de Philly, aka Kalo K. Kalo K, shout out to Kalo K. I'm gonna link his IG down below. I love what you do, bro. I love what you do. He doesn't do anything in the gamer space yet. He always talks about, oh, I want to, you know, buy an Xbox and do what you do and play games and shit. And I be telling him what to do and stuff like that. But what I love about the content that he creates is it's all about fun, positive energy, positive vibes. make sure you check my boy Poppy Chulo the Philly out, man. Love that motherfucker. Love you, dog. It's my shout out to y'all, man. I know I'm just jumping all over the place with this, but I had to get it the fuck out, man. I had to shout out all the people because all those names that I just named are the reasons why I do this podcast. I do this Twitch. I do all this shit, y'all. I do all this shit is because of great people like them. I get to meet people like them. You know what I mean? I get to meet people like, you know, some of you listeners that come in, check out the podcast or check out my Twitch. I just love all of y'all. Y'all the reason why I keep doing this shit. You know what I mean? Because I love the interaction and I love the way we interact. I think that's what it is for me. I love the way we interact through social media and mostly video games, because video games is a deep fucking passion of mine and I love it to death. It was supposed to be my first tattoo, and I think what I'm gonna do is make it a gaming related tattoo for my daughter. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? But that's just how much I love gaming, dog. I love gaming to death, dog. Not as much as I love my daughter, but you know what I mean? They both hold a very special place in my heart. And that's why I do what I do, man. That's what I do. R.I.P. to Ivy. I love this shit. I love the people I interact with. All of that. It's just, this shit's dope, dude. It's just, and it's like, I don't even, and I say this on stream all the time because now that I'm affiliate, I forget that, you know, people can subscribe to me and I can like make money off of it. And I don't even give a fuck about that. For me, it's more so, for me, it's so much more that I just love engaging with the community. You know, the money, you know, when people donate to me, people have subscribed to me, you know what I mean? Shit like that. But that's all secondary to me. It's more the interaction and the people I meet that, to me, is way more than, you know, the money that I get. Not that I'm saying you shouldn't subscribe if you want to subscribe, you know what I mean? You should definitely subscribe. So you can use my emotes. I can't go any further without shouting out my fucking beautiful sister as well. She is an artist. She did the emotes for my Twitch channel. So shout out to her. I'm gonna link her shit down below as well. And I want to shout out one last person before we go into the next question. Shit. I don't know how she says her name. Because it has a bunch of numbers at the end. But shout out to BD girl. BD girl, you know who the fuck you are. I mean, my heart, love you to death. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being part of fuel for my passion. Real shit. Thank you for being the fuel to my passion. If you ever see BD girl in my chat on my Twitch streams, that's my mom. Biggest supporter of everything I do, and I love her to death. Listen, love my mom to death, dog. Love my mom to death. Thank you for everything. Like I said, thank you for being the fuel of my passion. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for getting me this far to be able to even do this thing. This episode is for all of y'all that I just named. Love y'all to death, man. This is the reason why I do. This is my passion. Just like the title of this video, this is my passion. This is what I love. And that's why I do this shit. That's why I do it. On to the next question. All right. So the next question I was asked was, why Blaze Inferno? Where did that name come from? Where did the name Blaze Inferno come from? I'm going to tell y'all my old name. My old name used to be Big Boss Pimp. And what it did was combine my favorite video game character, which was Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid. And the pimp just came from, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I was a player back in the day. I was an ugly ass motherfucker, but I thought I was player. I thought I was the coolest bull on the fucking planet. And that's where the name Big Boss Pimp came from. But, you know, That name isn't very marketable at all because pimps are generally known as bad people by definition. So I had to change my name. And this was around the time when people were doing all the fucking XX and the capitals, lowercase, having all like the crazy names, having all the crazy esports names. So I had to come up with my own esports name, y'all. And I chose Blazed Inferno because I like I like fire. It's weird to say it like that. I'm not an arsonist or anything like that. But I like the way fire looks. I mean, I like fire pits. This is my favorite time of the year, October. You know, you get to do the fire pits and shit like that. I really like that type of stuff. And I think it just kind of fits my personality. I have a fiery personality, sometimes full of rage. So that's where the Inferno came from. Why I spell it the way I spell it is because, again, the name came from that like esports, like phase optic clan, fucking 360 no scope era. So you know what I mean? Like I was trying to be edgy, and I named myself Blazed Inferno. Now the Blazed comes from I used to get stupid high. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I don't smoke weed now. Strictly just my beer and my liquor, like you guys see me all the time on Twitch. But I used to get high as shit, so I was always blazed. I was always fried. So Blazed Inferno, boom, smacked it together. And that was my name from 2011 to now. I think when I tried to change my name on PlayStation, because it's still capital lowercase on PlayStation, it wouldn't let me change, but it told me what my fucking name was, and how long I had it. I had it since like February, like 7th, 2011. But that's where the name Blaze Inferno comes from. The name Rising Inferno obviously came from the clan, Rising Legends, which came from, you know, we Rising Legends. We thought we were going to be the next up. We thought we were going to be the next phase optic clan. You know what I mean? We thought we was going to be the next up in this game and shit. We was going to be Rising Legends because we was already them fucking boys. You know what I mean? There you have it. There's a reason behind all my names. That's the thing. There's a reason behind all my names that I've ever had. Blaze Inferno always just fits me. It fits me. Fits my personality. I've gone by it for, at this point, over a decade. So it'll probably never change. I mean, it'll never change. Had to get a sip of that water. And then I got two more questions. What made you get into streaming? I think I answered this kind of in my long ass story of my history of content creation. I'm going to word this as what made me start streaming on Twitch, because I was streaming on YouTube from probably like 2015 on and off to like 2017, like on and off. It was like very sparse. Like maybe like once every 2 months I was streaming. But I did stream. I think it was like year 3 of Siege, I was streaming on YouTube every other season. So every new operation or new operator that came out, I used to stream it. Because I used to buy the operator and shit and stream it. What made me come to Twitch? See, I came to Twitch at such a shitty time. But at the time, I believed that Twitch's mission was pretty solid. Like, YouTube isn't there yet. Like, you have like all these like Twitch streamers that are going to YouTube now because I guess it's a cool thing to do. Plus, like, Twitch just handles things completely wrong, which I don't blame them. Like, go to the platform that you feel aligns with you the most. But at first, I believe like Twitch was just more user friendly. It was better for the streaming, video games, and it was just a better atmosphere for me. I was completely wrong by that because, you know, when I started streaming, it was the ASMR shit, the pull shit, the hate rage shit. I've experienced all that since I became a Twitch streamer. And now I'm an affiliate, and I can't say I'm going to ever leave the platform just because I believe that there's a lot of room for Twitch to become better. It's just, they need to invest that money. Amazon need to invest that money, man. And they need to stop trying to take from the creator. All right? They need to stop taking from the creator. So I just heard, like, they're testing this new feature out where you can buy boosts to kind of boost your channel to get more views. Like, you can buy views basically now. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? When their algorithm used to be just, you know, if you streamed at a certain time, a certain game, you know, the main screen and, you know, the game pages will promote you more. They're trying to shy away from that, and hey, it's business, you know what I mean? But it makes it harder for, like, you know, smaller channels like me that are trying to grow, trying to get bigger, trying to, you know, do different things with my community. It's kind of hard. But I do like the community building in Twitch. I do enjoy that. It sucks that a lot of it is stuck behind a paywall, like the emotes stuck behind a paywall, stuff like that. But I really do enjoy just the atmosphere of Twitch. And I think it's very easily accessible. And just what made me start streaming was just that. I think I'm a very entertaining person. I think I'm entertaining to a certain degree, and I think I'm interesting enough to sit down and, you know, watch, play video games and stuff like that. So that's my reason for going for streaming, period. Is that I think I'm entertaining. I think I can hold people's, you know, people always say, like, oh, to stream, you have to be good at a game. I don't believe that. I think that you just have to be entertaining. Like, if you're getting body, you're going fucking 3-16, at least make it entertaining. At least make it funny. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not saying poke fun at yourself, but just, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be good at every game you fucking play to stream it. Like, I hate that mentality of, like, oh, you shouldn't stream Warzone if you're not fucking, your fucking win rate's not fucking 80%. Like, it's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? The only way to get good at something is to do it. You know what I mean? That's just real shit, man. That's the way the world is. That's the way the world works. And I probably can't go any further into this podcast. I know I keep saying this. I probably left out one of the most important people, if not the most important. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. But I want to give a shout out, a special shout out. Let me get a sip of this water. I want to give a special shout out to my pops. I want to give a shout out to my dad. My dad does pop up in my streams from time to time. But the one thing about my dad and why, you know, this shout out is so special is because my father is the reason I have the integrity that I have about me. So to just kind of give you the scenario, you know, without putting all my dad's motherfucking business out there and shit like that. But, you know, I feel like he tell you the same shit. Like, my dad's a go-getter, man. He gets that money. You know what I mean? You know, my dad showed me from a very young age, you know, no matter what your education is like, you know what I mean, or how you was raised or whatever, you know, get that money and better your situation always. You know, my dad taught me integrity, and that's the one thing that I appreciate about him. Growing up, he may have never seen eye to eye with this game and shit. I know his eyes is wide open the fuck now. You know what I mean? But, you know, he gave me that integrity that I apply into everything out here. No matter what, you know what I mean? I'm going to be good. You know what I mean? My dad has always shown me that no matter what, I'm going to be good. So special, super special shout out to my dad, man, I appreciate you always. You already know that. Mad love for you. Same thing with mom. Love y'all both. Shout out to all my sisters. I got mad sisters. Shout out to all of y'all. You know, y'all are the reasons, y'all are the drive behind me. Derek, aka Blaze Inferno. Y'all are the drive behind me. You know what I mean? That's why my sister does the artwork for, you know, my channel or for my pages and stuff, because I want to keep that shit in the family, really, to be honest. You know what I mean? I don't want to be giving no random stranger my money. You know, because, you know, I did look out for my sister when she did them emos. You know what I mean? And any other work she does for me. Because at the end of the day, it's all business. It's all business. No matter where it's coming from, it's all business. But I can't go no further without saying that. Shout out to everybody in the family. Yeah, the question was, got me into streaming. Now y'all know. I think that's it. I think that's all the motherfucking questions I had. What is your goal for streaming and content creation? I already told y'all that. I ain't even gonna go through that. Y'all already know. My goal is to just create a community, man, and join a community that I love so much and I feel like embraces me to, you know what I mean? And give a part of myself to the world, you know what I mean? But I think this is a really good podcast episode. This kind of, you know, lets you know more about me and my motives, and hopefully it motivates you and drives you towards your goals. You know what I mean? No matter what your goals are, if it's as small as, you know, learning how to swim, ride a bicycle, running a marathon, whatever the goal is, just remember, always have integrity, and just always make sure you're dedicated to it. Like I'm dedicated to this shit. I'm dedicated to it. At this point, I feel like I owe it to myself, to y'all, to everybody. Just keep going. That's why, you know, I tell everybody that knows me personally, I put out a tweet maybe a month ago saying that in 5 years, I'm going to be on the top of this shit. Keep that in your head, y'all. In 5 years. In 5 years, I want the Infernal Gaming Podcast on its 450th episode to be one of the best podcasts on the planet. And I need y'all help to do that, man. So make sure y'all keep listening. Make sure y'all share my shit. Share our shit. It's my fault. I got to get out of the groove of saying that so much, because at the end of the day, this is all of ours. Everybody who puts into this, it's a part of yours. E-Night is a part of it. This is part of his podcast. Rambo, this is part of his podcast. Fat Brad Phoebe, this is part of her podcast. I mean, everybody who puts into this, it's part of you. You know what I mean? But we're going to wrap it up, because I don't know how long this has been, but it seems like we've been recording for a while, and I don't want to talk your ear off too goddamn much, but like, you know, I just wanted to, probably should do this on the first episode, but I kind of wanted to, you know, break the ice with y'all, show some love, let y'all know about me. So, like always, this is the Infernal Gaming Podcast, episode 17. Make sure you check out all those links. There's going to be a ton of links down in the description box, but I need you to click on all of them, because just support. Just fucking support the bros. All right? Support the movement. Like always, I love y'all. Check me out on twitch.tv/BlazeXInferno. That's where I'm at, about 5 to 6 days a week, according to Twitch. I stream 23 days out of fucking 30 days, which is crazy. That means I had literally 7 days off of Twitch. I stream for 50 hours. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's like I tell people, this is like a second job. You know what I mean? And I love every minute of it. And I hope you love what you guys do too. This has been episode 17 of the Infernal Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Blaze Inferno, a.k.a. Big Boss Pimp, a.k.a. Rising Inferno, a.k.a. Love y'all, man. See y'all in the next episode. Peace.